Making the best of a bad situation. That phrase has sort of a ring to it, doesn't it? I love it because it puts the responsibility and opportunity square on our shoulders. It assumes that while we may not be in control of our circumstances, we are in complete control of how we respond to them. Let me throw another catchy phrase out to you. Every time I think of you, I thank God for you. Don't you love the sound of that? Every time I think of you, I thank God for you. Those are the words the Apostle Paul used to open his letter to the Philippians. Look it up. You'll find something pretty close to this amazing sentiment in chapter 1, verse 3. He was separated from them, but still actively thinking about them and joyfully praying for them. Essentially, this is the Apostle Paul saying, my thoughts and prayers are with you, and really meaning it. But where was Paul when he penned these words? In the letter, he tells us. He speaks of his chains or bonds or imprisonment for Christ. Paul was sitting in a jail cell because of his obedience to God. His crime? Preaching the gospel. That's what got him into trouble. But even in the midst of these troubles, he could gladly proclaim, rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice. No hand-wringing, fist clenching, blame shifting, attitude souring sentiment. Just joyful praise for the one who is working out his glorious purposes. So what is your bad situation? How would you describe it right now? Are you laid off with nothing to do? Or are you forced to work overtime and in need of rest? Have your graduation plans and parties been canceled, along with your vacation plans? Does the thought of retiring now make you more nervous than ever? Are you stuck inside with no end in sight? Are you feeling lonely, depressed, maybe even despair? Or are you just longing for some meaningful fellowship around the Word? If so, why not join us throughout the month of May on Wednesday nights at 6:30 for some fresh perspective and opportunities to rejoice in our Savior and our salvation? We'll be interacting with Paul's letter to the Philippians with a special emphasis on chapter 1. And hopefully, by the time we're done each session, we will have learned a little bit more about how to make the best of a bad situation. In the meantime, be assured of this. Every time I think of you, I thank God for you. God bless you, beloved.